Hello, and welcome to the Disney Dunces. Using your touch-tone keypad, please enter the first three letters of the movie title you would like to see. You've selected the Three Caballeros. If this is correct, please press 1 now.
Hello and welcome to Disney Dunces, the only Disney podcast presented by subclaim non-experts. I'm dunce number 1, but you can just call me Richard.
And I'm Craig Stew, and I'm dunce number 2.
And I'm the third one. And you know I have to ask, have you been to Bahia, boys?
Kachi, Kachi, Kachi. I think that's what they said in the thing.
I'll be completely honest. This film, if you want to call it this film,
It's a collection of
something. I very much Richied it. I riched
What?
it. I very much did not pay any attention to it.
Oh, come on.
Because I couldn't.
I fell asleep twice.
Oh, come
I can honestly say I
on.
didn't fall asleep,
skipped.
but I wasn't paying attention. So,
Come on.
but you know what? I've been to Mexico in Disney World.
Not what Bahia is. Not in Mexico.
But I've that portion I got.
Okay. So you didn't have to watch the end. That's fine. There was still a good 40 minutes where they didn't go to Mexico.
Yeah,
where
it
you
was.
still very much had to see. Where especially where Bahia is not in Mexico. It's a state of Brazil.
You see, I didn't know that the Three Caballeros weren't,
Oh my god.
because I've been to Mexico in Epcot, and in Epcot there's a small boat ride in Mexico where you just go through the things, and I think it's that scene. Actually, I think they definitely, because they incorporate the cartoon characters into real life.
Okay.
Are we sure that it's Mexico in Epcot
Definitely.
and not another Hispanic place?
Nope.
I'm willing to say it's Mexico, even not having been there.
Oh,
You literally,
okay.
there's
I
a
don't know.
fucking Aztec pyramid.
It sounds like Mexico.
And then you go
thing is-
into the Aztec pyramid and go down, and and that's where the restaurant is, which is where the boat ride is as well. And it's beautiful. You go in there, it's dark, but it looks like it's almost looks like it's nighttime inside any time of the day. And it's really and all the tables are candle lit. It's really nice.
It sounds like a lot like that one movie we watched.
The Three Caballeros?
The Three Caballeros?
No, the other movie, the one with
Coco?
the kid and the skeleton man.
Coco.
Oh,
Yeah, Coco.
I've seen
That's what
Coco.
it sounds like Craig is describing.
Wouldn't be surprised
Like
if
you go
they've
in-
since updated some stuff in Mexico and made it Coco related. Because I haven't been there since Coco was out.
Was
so.
Coco Mexico?
Coco was indeed Mexico.
Okay. The thing is, this has opened my eyes to the world in which, if I have a friend who's brown, he might not be from Mexico. He
true.
could be from another place.
It's true. Though the friend that you have is brown, it does happen to be Mexican.
Okay.
I'm afraid.
That's the thing. I feel like this was very educational, and that's why I didn't like it.
Yeah. Well, this is the thing, and I do apologize because this was my pick, though it was kind of just off the cuff when he said, "What are we doing?" And I'm like, I don't know. This, but in my defense, this is what I knew about the Three Caballeros before I've seen the Three Caballeros. One, it is the first time that Disney has used live action and animation. This is the first time they did it. The Three Caballeros, 1945. They did a good job.
This
The
is from
second thing-
1945?
This is from 1945. It looks
Wow.
fucking fantastic, right?
Yeah. Wow.
Fantastic. It holds up really well. I'm sure they did the magic to fucking clean it up, but it looks great.
Yeah, because I was surprised that it's in color. Because they didn't have color back then, did they?
Well, obviously
I
they
think they
did
did.
because this had color.
Just-
I thought they just colored in everything here.
No, that was already there, bud.
Oh, okay.
It would be weird to make a movie, quote unquote, about South American birds and not have them in color. It's kind of like their thing. And the second thing,
when you go to the movie theater, aren't they all in black and white though? I think they call them the Nickelodeons because they cost you a nickel.
Oh my god!
I don't know.
You're going a little too far back.
How far back are we going?
Only to 1945.
Oh no! Where's my time machine taking me?
I don't know, bud.
Okay, whatever. Continue. 1945. Hitler's done by now, right?
I hope so.
Okay. Continue.
Okay, the second thing I knew about the Three Caballeros comes exclusively from the summary that Disney Plus has, which is using a series of gifts that Donald gets from his friends in South America. He goes on a magical musical adventure. That sounds like a movie to me.
Wait, he only got 2 gifts in this.
It wasn't that at all. It was such a bullshit summary. It's more like a series of shorts followed by an educational film about Latin America. It was the story of menstruation for Latin America. It's all this movie is. And don't get me wrong, it's not bad by any means. It's just not super entertaining. It's charming as all hell, but it's not something I could recommend anyone in the world sit down and watch unless you're in Spanish class.
I was going to say this is like the movie that they put in Spanish class, except apparently you can't anymore because it was racist somehow.
I fucking love that. That got me so excited when you start it and they have the little disclaimer like, shit got weird back then. You're going to see some of that. And I was like, respect the Disney. You don't cut that out. You keep it in there. And then it starts, and the worst you get is, I guess, Panchito Pistoles and his Mexican fucking dually pistols. And I lost it.
Like, I felt like the worst it got, though, was them all calling each other midgets.
I was gonna spring that up when we get there, but yes, the best part of the movie is Donald going, "Oh no, I'm a midget, Jose, you're a midget too." And then I shit you not, Jose's response is, "Don't worry, Donald, I got the way to fix this with a little black magic." And then he flips him off and he starts blowing himself to become engorged. I'm like, what is happening in this movie? It's good. It's good.
And the one guy was smoking. He had a cigarette.
Oh, yes, it's true.
So you said that this was educational, but like at the beginning of the movie, is that how it actually happened? Like them trying to find Latin America?
That's not no.
The people
I
from
said
the
it was
South
too short.
At the beginning of the movie, they were talking about a bunch of birds.
An
what are you
educational
talking about?
film.
No, at the beginning of the movie, they have the bird that's going to find Latin America.
Okay.
Yeah, and that's why I thought.
And I'm reiterating what I said was it's 2 shorts followed by an educational film.
Oh.
You're thinking of one of the shorts called, I think it's like the warm-blooded penguin. Hold on, I got Wikipedia up because I knew we were going to fucking need it. Yeah. The cold-blooded penguin, which was about a penguin who was sick of the cold, wanted to travel to warmer waters, so he finds a way to make his way to Latin America. I don't know where he ends up actually setting to. They said it a couple times. The Galapagos Islands.
But that has no historical significance?
No.
Okay. And what about the other one?
The flying Gauchito? The story about the little cowboy who finds a flying donkey and enters a race to swindle people out of their money. And then at the end of it, he flies away on the fucking... I'm sorry. He gets dragged away by the flying fucking donkey and says, "And then I was never found again." Was that educational?
I mean, like, okay, when you describe it like that, that's how I can see, like... I feel like you're painting me in a bad light. Because, like, of course the flying donkey didn't exist back then. At least I don't think so.
The most educational thing about it was they came into it educational because they talked about the little bird he's named that way because of the small ovens. I don't remember what the name of the ovens are, but they start off by telling you a little bit about a bird, then they throw that in the fucking garbage and tell you a tale about a little fucking cowboy kid and his flying donkey.
Like, I thought maybe it's like a old Latin American folktale.
No, I don't think it is. I mean, it might be. I don't fucking know. You think I'm from Latin America?
I just think
No.
this whole thing is so silly because like it's called the Three Caballeros, but it doesn't even become the Three Caballeros until maybe 25 minutes in. Like this, then that's when the first Caballero. Oh, well, I guess second if you count Donald.
Hey, we're counting Donald. He is a member of the Three Caballeros.
The second
Without Donald, it
Caballero
wouldn't be the
shows
two
up.
Caballeros. Yes.
I think we're
And his
getting
name
ahead of
is-
ourselves. Hold on. Because what
Okay.
even is a caballero?
A caballero is a gentleman.
Oh.
Yes.
okay.
Was it Jose?
Yes, Jose Carioca, which I looked up and it translates to empty orchestra.
You did your homework.
I did.
Who's the second man?
He
Sorry,
is the second
gentleman.
man. Well,
Wait,
no,
who's the
because we
first
have
man?
to focus on Jose because we're at the part of the movie where we have Jose.
The green one.
Okay.
He's the parrot, Craig. He's the parrot from Rio de Janeiro. All right, and he shows up and he
Was
asks
that a
Donald
movie?
one question. He goes,
Bahia.
"Have you been to Bahia, Donald?" To which Donald Duck goes, "No."
No, he goes.
To which he goes, "No."
Wait, I tried to do the voice. Wait, hold on.
Please try. Please, well, we have time. Okay, it's pretty good. Just add words to it, but don't worry. You can try it again because then he asks Donald, "Have you been to Bahia, Donald?" To which Donald responds,
No. How did you do that voice? How can you talk and like spit at the same time?
"Skill."
You have to hack
Oh
and
god,
like.
that didn't work.
Oh my god, it's
Hold
horrible.
on, Richard, you'll get the next one because he follows up by talking about all the senoritas and wonderful women in Bahia, and then goes, "Have you been to Bahia, Donald?" To which Donald responds,
Did I do it?
It was all right.
"Then let's go!" And they hop on a train in a picture book, and they go to Bahia.
So wait, was that the first gift?
The first gift was the
So where's
the
Bahia?
projector where he watched the shorts on.
Where was Bahia?
What's the second gift?
Bahia is a state in Brazil.
Okay.
What's the second gift?
The second gift was the pop-up book
And what's the third?
that Jose was in.
Or
We're
do
not
we have
getting
to
to the
wait
third
for the
one because
third?
we have to do this whole thing. We're going. Are you new to the podcast? We slowly walk through each part of the movie for which we saw. Especially with this one, because if we jumped around, we wouldn't talk about the movie at all, because it's not a movie. And it's important because there are little bits, there's little pieces, all right? I know you normally want to get through this as fast as possible, which always boggles my mind. It's like, we do the podcast because of you, Richard. Why are you the only one who doesn't seem to want to do it when it actually comes time to do
It's
it?
because this is the first time I didn't see the movie.
Okay,
I saw
that's
the
a fucking-
cookie lady, though.
That's a fucking lie. That's
How
what
many
we're going to,
podcasts
is the
have we
cookie
done?
lady.
How many
What happened?
podcasts have we done?
I don't want
This
to
might
think
be
about it.
154.
154 times you didn't see the movie.
That's sad. And more to not see.
Mm-hmm.
So yes, we make it to Bahia.
We hit the 150 mark?
Yeah, bud.
Wow.
Richard talked about it too. He's like, "Hey guys, we're going anything special for the 150th episode," and I'm like, "That's not a milestone. 100
And
episode
Craig-
is a milestone. You just think 150 is one because of Pokemon."
And Craig just ignored it.
He did.
I didn't even know.
It wasn't worth addressing.
Yeah, we'll do it for the 200th. You know what I do need to address, and I'm gonna pause the discussion.
Wait, what do you want to do for the 200th?
Yeah,
I don't know.
I know what we need
What are
to
you talking about? Him
address.
flossing? This is fucking nothing new.
No, I
What
want
are
to
we
just bring. I
addressing?
know I need to bring up something that's completely unrelated to anything we're talking about. I don't want to forget to bring it up.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Sure. Okay.
To our great viewers, listeners,
We have those.
who the ones who drew us that fantastic picture of Craigitos.
That's like you on a piece of bread, right? That's been heated up.
No, that's me as Kratos.
Oh my god, it's like the Virgin Mary. We just have the image of Craig on
Craig
a
on
piece of
toast.
toast.
I like that. That's right. We're proud to announce our first product you can buy, the Disney Dunces toaster. Pop it in there, Craig pops out. It's beautiful.
No, but I wanted to say that the T-shirt will be made. I'm making the T-shirt.
Okay.
Unfortunately, I'm waiting on a friend who hasn't had time, but do not think I forgot about it. We're making the T-shirt will be made. I will be getting T-shirts for you, the listener, listeners.
Me?
I can't name names, and then again, I don't know the names.
That means every listener.
You can
No,
make
that
all the
does not mean
t-shirts you
every
want
listener.
as long as you aren't profiting off
That
of them.
means our two specific listeners, the ones who drew the beautiful drawing of me as Kratos, was fantastic. Making the t-shirt, it's going, and we will send that out to you. Just want to, have not forgotten.
Okay.
Don't you forget.
Now, enough about that, because we have a breaking news development.
Hold on. Are you talking about the thing that you talked about the other night? Because I got a segue for this. Don't worry about it.
Oh, okay.
Don't
Yes.
worry about it. Come on. Who do you think I am? You think I'm going to... This is my favorite segment of the podcast. We rarely get to do it. You think I'm going to forget about it?
Johnny Rockets
I'm not-
chocolates?
Okay.
No, come on. All right, we're going to go to Bahia because this part's important because it is the first time Disney has mixed live action and animation. And it looks good. It's always looked good. It's weird that they lost it when they made a Chip and Dale movie in the year 2022 of our Lord. Did it right in 1945. Forget about it. But the whole thing is just like there's this pretty lady in town. She's selling cookies, and all the guys are coming by, and they go like, "Hey, let me kuma, baby. I want a kuma." And Donald's all like, "Hot diggity damn, I want a kuma too."
There was a really weird guy with like a pencil-thin mustache behind her at all times, and that man disturbed me.
He was upsetting to look at.
I'm glad it's not just
I'm like,
me.
This sucks. But what's important is because this has the scene, I'm sure you've all seen it, that meme of Donald with the raging erection coming out of his fucking, between his legs. And if you haven't seen it, go on to any Twitter post of maybe your favorite animated series that's your not safe for work artist drew like a crazy picture. You'll see it on there. And that brings us to what Richard wanted to point out, I believe. Our old segment, Bippity Boppity Boobs. It's back, baby. Craig, do the music.
Bippity boppity boobs. Yeah.
I remember it being longer last time.
Is it my turn now?
Yeah, talk about the drama, babe.
Okay, because the drama is that we have a breaking news development from our segment last week in which we tried to find James Webb.
Oh, that's what you're talking about? I thought you wanted to talk about the other Twitter drama.
No, I want to talk about James Webb. Do you want to talk about your drama, or can I talk about
It's your
James
drama.
Webb?
You introduced it, but I might as well. I did the segue for it.
Okay, you finish your thing, and then we can go to mine.
I don't know why you wanted to bring up your thing now in the middle of the segue, buddy. This is what you brought to the table, Richard. You messaged me at like 2:00 in the morning going, "What's going on with the amphibia board?" And I'm like, "What are you talking about?" And I had a dumpster dive. I went on Twitter. I went on freaking 4chan to find all this information that Richard is dying to have. And
Yes,
I bring it to
I
the
need to
podcast.
You need to explain
And-
all of this to me because I know nothing. I
I
saw
will
you
explain-
mention it, and I didn't look into it because I didn't care. But now I
Yeah,
do.
that's fair. Okay.
There
well,
I was,
I'm gonna
late
tell you
at
about
night
it.
on the Twitter. And then I just see amphibia is trending. And I say, oh, what's this? And then it's just a bunch of people saying how, like, guys, don't let a few bad animators ruin your love for the show. They don't represent our club or community.
All these fucking children, man. And I'm losing it. Because
And yeah.
you had those people saying that, and the other guy saying, "Don't support these creators. They're a fucking bunch of pedophiles." And I'm like, "What is going on?" And when I dug into it, what I found out was that the director of the show happened to have a private Twitter account where they had a couple of private friends who were known fan artists in the community, and they had a little fun drawing a little amphibia porn back and forth. Now, I will say this, all right? This whole thing was saying, oh, the show's run by pedophiles. The only picture that the actual person who worked for Amphibia drew was of them after the time skip where the girls are in their 20s. So, not even fucking children porn, just regular cartoon porn. You idiots. Wanted to say that right then and there, okay? And even if it was children, I think I'd still defend them because at the end of the day, They're not real. They're cartoon characters. And it was on their private Twitter account for their private people. Someone was just an idiot and let someone in on... they let a friend have their password to log in, and that friend saw it and then recorded everything and then leaked it to the public.
People, I mean, I tell you, some friends suck, man.
Yep. Bud, I don't know what to tell you. That's it. That was the whole thing. I'm like, come on. They drew some of age at this point characters that want a sexy time, I guess. I don't even know. I couldn't even find it, which is a shame because at this point in my life, I could have said with a straight face, I had never tried to look for amphibia porn because it just didn't interest me with people fucking frogs. I can no longer say that thanks to Richard.
Now, here's the thing. I think that with Twitter drama, I think you have to be there within like the first like hour or two of it blowing up because like if you look for it the next day, you're done. Like it's no longer relevant. At least I think so. I don't know.
I mean, I couldn't find it. Even 4chan couldn't find it because that's where I went to next. That's where I got most of my information for. The Finder details was all from 4chan.
Gotcha.
Those boys sleuthed.
Is it my turn now?
Sure. You can go to that. I wanted to find something to show you guys because what I also uncovered was another
yes,
juicy piece of amphibians run by pedophiles, but I forgot to get the picture. So you tell your thing while I find the picture. And I want to show you guys the original amphibians ran by pedophiles drama that came up a year ago.
Now, last week on the show, we talked about how a man hacked my Disney Plus account and made an account for himself, James Webb, with a baby Yoda. And I got a headline in my news feed at work like yesterday or 2 days ago, breaking news, which basically read, NASA reveals picture of distant universe taken by James Webb. And I'm like, holy shit, that's the man who hacked my Disney Plus. And it turns out James Webb is just a space telescope. And that's kind of where we're at, in which I got hacked by the James Webb Space Telescope.
Could you, now, you said it was NASA who launched a space telescope?
I don't know, but the pictures were revealed by NASA, so James Webb handed them over to NASA.
I don't think James Webb would have hacked you. But I bet NASA would have.
You're thinking that NASA hacked my Disney Plus?
That's my brother.
It's either that or I wasn't gonna say it was, but we know someone there who could.
Oh shit, we do. But think about it this way. What if the space telescope is learning more about our people and he's learning too much and trying to hack into all of our devices and accounts? Like Terminator.
Like Skynet?
Yeah, Skynet. But James Webb.
And specifically just your Disney Plus account.
I mean, yeah. Unless you guys too have gotten hacked by James Webb Space Telescope.
Not to my knowledge, no.
Like, do you think it's connected, though? Do you think they chose the... Oh, okay.
I think it's someone you know. Specifically someone who has a history of doing, like, weird, obscure trolls, we call them. I don't know what to call them, because it's just weird. It's just a weird thing they do.
I don't think they have access to my Disney Plus.
You don't think, but they do, because here we are.
No way. No way am I getting trolled.
That's all I got, bud. It's a little too convenient how everything played out. That, are you doing it yourself for, I don't know, people to pay attention to you? You've been known to do that, too.
I put out $100 reward and no one took me up on it.
Yeah, because James Webb doesn't exist. He's you.
Wait, was it last episode or the one before that?
It was last episode.
Okay. Because I forget these things because, well, I also forgot to put the intro properly in the last episode, but I fixed it. I fixed the uploads.
Well, yeah, after I alerted you. You're welcome.
Why don't people alert us beforehand?
Before that you put up the episode, because you're the only one who has access to it, bud.
Well, what about, like, because it was like a nice 3 or 4 days in between me putting up the episode and us being alerted. That's
okay.
Like 2 people that could have told us before.
They're too busy listening.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But yeah, I wanted to show you guys, and a little backstory here. It was one of the storyboard artists. They posted some fan art on the internet. All right, it's if you remember Sasha, the blonde hair girl from Amphibia?
Nope.
You don't remember the blonde hair girl from the Amphibia? She was like the bad guy at the end. You had that whole tearful episode where she's gonna die and she's teamed up with the mean Toad Man.
Nope.
Yeah, I remember this.
Richard remembers it.
I don't.
Okay, doesn't matter. All you gotta know is she was
I
in
watched
cahoots.
the show.
She was in cahoots with an evil Toad Man. This was before those characters were fleshed out. That storyboard artist made a little bit of fan art, specifically about that scene where he carries her away. All right, and posted on the internet, and people went wild saying, "Oh my God, she's a terrible pedophile. What are you doing with this person on your staff?" I'd like to show you guys that picture. The picture in question, the offending picture.
Wait, this is why everyone thinks that 4chan is full of pedophiles?
No, this is why they thought everyone on Amphibia is full of pedophiles.
Only because a girl is being grabbed by the butt by a Toad Man?
Not getting grabbed by the butt.
Being held by it.
He's held by the Toad Man, and he's blushing a little bit. Barely.
Huh.
And when I see this,
Yeah.
and what the fuck? Why are we tolerating this behavior from the staff of a children's show about young teenagers?
And then this was a year ago. This whole thing blew up.
I don't think these
Some
people watch
pervert.
anime.
I don't think these people watch anything.
Because every fucking they do that shit. I mean, there's a lot
This
of like
guy-
that kind of stuff in regular anime.
But the thing is, this guy
This
is
just
watching
also isn't
cartoons back in the
anything.
80s.
Which guy?
This guy is the one who posted the original. He's watching cartoons back in the 80s. Look at his, like, I don't even know. It looks like a Smurf
I'm
in
gonna
a suit.
say he probably isn't, and just probably got that picture off the internet. I'm gonna say this is one of them Zoomer crowds. They like to get up in arms about things that tend not to really have to get up in arms about. Or the Boomer crowd. They share that same thing.
This is
weird.
I don't understand why this picture's a big deal.
That's what I'm saying. It's not a big deal. It seems absolutely ridiculous. And this was the thing that like started this whole it's full of pedophiles to begin with.
But what's the new one? Do you have the new picture?
I told
that
you
we
I
can
couldn't
see?
find it.
It's funny because I really don't remember the character at all. I'm looking at the pictures. I'm
That's terrible. You should watch Amphibia. It's
guess-
very good. Just don't support the creators because they're pedophiles. How dare they draw this one picture of a girl being held by a toad? Or the other picture with women in their 20s, I guess, assume having sex. I don't know. I couldn't see it. Couldn't find it.
Oh, well. Now
Yeah.
what do we do with our lives?
I guess we leave Bahia.
Where are we going?
I don't know, to Mexico. That sounds
Do we have
pretty
the
good.
third gift yet?
Yeah, we have the third gift, buddy. This is when we get the midget scene that you jumped to before.
Oh, yeah, that was great.
Yes,
Did she ever
yes.
clean the leaves and sticks out of her hair?
Eventually, yes.
In
but
Mexico?
I don't want to spoil it.
Uh-huh.
That's it. Just go watch Amphibia.
Okay.
Okay.
Now, Mexico. What's happening in Mexico?
Well, first they have to meet their friend,
Who's that?
Panchito Pistoles, who's of course.
Oh, is he the guy that's a little trigger happy?
He is the cock in the sombrero with the Mexican doolies.
And he has like a Mexican mustache too, right?
He does not. You're just making him worse than he already is.
No, like he has the poncho, the Mexican mustache, and the
Doesn't have a
sombrero.
poncho.
What am I thinking of?
You're just like, he's already a caricature, and you're just like going fucking running with that ball and imagining him as worse as you could. Because in your
Don't they-
mind, that's what he was. He wasn't that
Don't
bad.
they do that to Donald though?
No one did that to Donald.
He doesn't have a poncho.
He doesn't have. He wears like the same thing that Speedy Gonzalez wears. I don't know what it's called, but it's like almost like the bullfighter matador thing. It's like a
Oh,
little
yeah.
like a vest and the matching pants.
Okay,
I don't know what those
okay.
are called. But yeah, he's got the Mexican doolies.
Okay.
But yeah, now he was Panchito Pistoles. But of course, as time goes on, you probably can't have your Disney characters running around with guns and having guns in their name. So they ended up changing it.
For this specifically?
Well, I don't know why specifically. They just ended up changing it. So
Okay.
now he goes by Panchito Romero Miguel Junipero Francisco Quintero Gonzalez III. Much better.
That's a lot of names.
That's a very like Hispanic thing though.
It really is, yeah. Because you have the you traditionally have the surname, you take your mother's and your father's surname. and then you have a middle name, and sometimes they give you two. So it would be your name, one or two middle names, and then two last names. So they just kind of rolled with it.
Wouldn't you then have your parents' names too?
I assume you just pick one of them. You know, just because they're not ridiculous, Greg.
They're taking both. I mean,
taking both. I assume you take the last one. Like, you take the last one on your father, you take the last one on your mother's, and you combine them. Boop.
Gotcha.
And that's how you end up with Panchito Romero, Miguel Junipero, Francisco Quintero, Gonzalez III. Although later, they changed it again. You guys ready for this one?
Yeah.
Panchito Romero, Miguel Francisco Quintero, Gonzalez III. They took out Junipero, I assume, to save time. I don't know why.
I just wanted it to end.
It's stupid.
I like doze off in the middle of him saying his name.
Come on. He's a great character. He's absolutely charming. And you have the Three Caballeros song. He sings it. It's great and it's wonderful. And by the end of it,
we're gay caballeros.
That's
the only part I remember
goes.
Because it's funny.
We're three caballeros, yes, gay caballeros. They say we are birds of a feather. Come on.
I mean, it's so funny because they're literally like, I mean, they're using gay in the original meaning of the word. But,
yeah,
but it's funny because they're
especially when Donald ends up kissing Jose later. It's like, you know what? They did say they're the gay gentlemen, so that checks out. But no, I love this song because at the end you just have Panchito holding his note for as long as possible, and for whatever reason, Jose and Donald decide this fucker has to die. So Donald tries to drown him. Jose tries to kill him tries to poison him. They try to put him in a coffin, cut the hole underneath him, grow a bush around him, and then light it on fire. And I'm like, what is happening?
He's still holding that note, though.
He's holding that note. And he decides he's done, and he disappears. And there's a moment of regret. You see it on Donald and Jose's face. But then he comes back, and he takes them all to Mexico. And then, of course, when you're going to Mexico, you got to visit the beach, baby.
And you got to bring your own water, too.
And you got to bring your own water because you will get tummy sick.
Mm-hmm. And then what happens?
It's my favorite part of the movie.
Wait, I think this is where I skipped things.
What happened?
I think this is where I might have skipped things. I saw the magic carpet,
the beach
though.
Scene is so important because
Why?
they're flying by on their magic carpet. Donald sees all the girls and he goes, boys, step aside. Donald's gonna party. And he jumps in there. He jumps in the middle of them. It's just Donald. The rest of them had nothing to do with this. And he goes, hello, ladies. And he starts playing a game and he shouts, if I get to catch you, I'm going to fuck you, because that's how ducks work. I don't know if you knew this about ducks.
What do you say specifically? The terminology.
If I catch you, I get to fuck you. But no one understands him because they're in Mexico. So all the girls just kind of giggle and laugh and run around all, hee 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 hee. But Donald does this thing where he's just constantly chasing these women while blindfolded, trying to fuck them. And it's weird.
And he was blindfolded? Why would he do that?
He wants a challenge?
Oh, okay.
I don't know. To give the women a fighting chance. I don't know. The scene was bizarre.
Mm-hmm.
But eventually Jose saved the women, and when he's blindfolded, that's when Donald, really just hardcore makes out with him.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wait, with the Caballeros?
Yeah.
That's why they sang the song.
You shouldn't have skipped.
The gay Caballeros.
The gay Caballeros. That's where it comes from.
They're birds of a feather.
They're birds of a feather, baby.
They fuck together.
Whether you like it or not. Because ducks, look it up.
Okay.
With their
now what?
With their
corkscrew penises. Corkscrew penis. You see it actually. There's a scene where Donald, I don't know why, but his clothing comes off. But they just wanted to show off their realism.
Because he's putting on the poncho.
He doesn't have a poncho. He wears a swimsuit.
No, he was changing his clothes to put it on.
He changed his clothes into a swimsuit, like automatically zipping up. It was weird, but they made it happen.
Okay.
You didn't even watch it. What are you talking? What are you trying to correct me for? You didn't fucking watch it.
I admit I skipped some things at the end, but I don't think I missed too much.
I'm sure you missed all of it.
Believe me.
Okay, bud. Why should I believe you? It's 154 episodes of this shit. You don't watch the movies. This isn't like a new thing for you.
I pay attention during some of them.
Wow. Amazing.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I mean, were you impressed that I saw the cookie lady?
No, not really.
Oh. Okay. Were you impressed by Craig?
I'm always impressed by Craig.
Why? He gave a thumbs up. Why did he give a thumbs up?
Because he knows how impressive he is.
Okay, whatever.
And it was a
They're at
very
the
impressive
beach.
thumbs up.
Do they go do fireworks?
Not yet, but eventually, because now we have the part of the movie where it's just like, oh yeah, this is an old Disney thing, because everything gets trippy as fuck, and no one knows what the hell is going on. Becomes a literal nightmare. Donald still trying to bang women, but those women keep becoming the Three Caballeros. It's weird. It's wild. There is a scene where it's just like you see the shadow of women, and Donald's getting all happy and horny about it. And he looks at them, and it's got the real women legs, but the bodies of the caballeros on top. And I'm like, what the fuck is any of this? And it just goes on like that for a while, and then we get to the fireworks.
Yay!
Go on. You want to talk about the fireworks?
Oh, that's where I decided, like, you know what? I'm gonna go and start from here.
Ah, yes, the end of the movie. It's a good choice.
Yeah.
The literal ending of the movie.
I mean, it looked like things might be exciting, but they weren't. I couldn't understand a single word in these songs.
They were in Spanish.
I know.
Except for some of them, the other ones that were in Brazil, they were in Portuguese. So.
Portugal what?
Portuguese.
Oh.
Portuguese. I
That's
spoke
what
in
they
Italian.
speak
I
in
thought maybe that would
other
help.
places.
What happened?
That's what they speak in other countries.
They speak Portuguese in Brazil.
Yeah.
It's true.
Now what?
Nothing. I guess we did it. There was a whole lot of educational stuff that happened in between there where they teach you how to dance. And that firework business where it became a bowl, that's a real thing, and I experienced that when I was in Mexico. It's wild.
Wait, what?
Where there's a part where Donald is chased by a bunch of fireworks in the shape of a bull. That is a thing they do where they get like this wireframe and someone wears it and they put a bunch of fireworks on it and then the kids chase each other, launching fireworks at each other.
Oh, that doesn't seem safe.
No, it does not. I'm like, why is this a thing? This is fucking nuts. But that's a thing they do in Mexico. That was legit.
Do you feel like you learned a lot from this?
No, I knew most of it.
Craig?
Well,
I guess
barely
that's not
watched it.
true.
I learned a lot from Casca.
I didn't know about the fucking flying gauchito. That was new for me.
Oh, okay. I don't even know what the point of that was. I don't know what the point of a lot of this stuff was. Is this what kids had to like watch to be entertained?
I don't think so.
Yeah, pretty much. It felt like a scam, and I think it continues to be a scam. Like they continued that tradition with the fucking description for this movie on Disney Plus. They want to trick children to being educated. Edutainment, I believe they call it.
What does Disney get out of it?
An hour over time.
Yeah, I don't know.
But they could get so much more if they made something better.
Well, that's why we get to watch the actual Three Caballeros movie next week.
Are we doing that next week?
No, probably not.
It's the Legends thing.
I looked at that and it was like
Legends of the
11
Three
minutes
Caballeros.
long, though.
Is it really? No, it's not.
It is. Wait, it's a season. It's a show.
Oh, it's a show. Okay, we could watch a season.
Was
of a
it
show.
one episode?
No.
It's a one episode show.
There's 13 episodes.
Oh, I was gonna say I've seen clips of that. I don't think it's 13 to 11 minutes long. I guess it could be.
I think I told Craig it was 11 minutes.
No,
Oh, okay.
I saw it on the thing when I was, picking this one.
Yeah, you know what? Because I could have sworn that it was shorter too, and I didn't think that it was a series. I don't know what I was looking at either. It's the old bait and switch. Disney tries to
They
make
did
you
it
think
again!
you're watching something short, and then boom, entire season you're invested in. And yet this looks fucking wild because this show has like a minotaur. It has some like old bearded men that looks like they're gonna fight in a coliseum. It has some dead like pigs that look like the founding fathers. This looks great.
I read the description for that, and it was the Three Caballeros travel across Latin America fighting mythical creatures. And I'm like,
I don't even know if they're Latin America because it looks like the founding fathers.
Maybe they just travel the world then.
Because it looks like one is just a Teddy Roosevelt as a pig.
Okay, maybe they just travel the world then.
I need to show you this so you can say, yeah, that does look like Teddy Roosevelt.
I don't want to be spoiled. We're doing it next week.
Too late. I sent it. Man. Craig, do you think that looks like Teddy Roosevelt in the top right?
It looks like Dr. Robotnik. What are you, dumb?
No, it looks like Teddy Roosevelt.
Yeah, I think it is. It's definitely
Teddy
Lincoln.
Roosevelt or Dr. Robotnik?
Well, both, but
both.
I mean, is that supposed to be Washington, Jefferson?
I didn't watch Hamilton.
Yes, you were supposed to.
Then you got like Zeus on there.
Yeah. See, can we do this next week? Are we doing this next week?
No, we got to do.
I was gonna say, do you guys really want to do another Three Caballeros? I have fucking carried this podcast. Don't get me wrong, I do it every fucking week, but this week I had to especially try.
Okay, I just don't understand because it's so weird. Why are they the three caballeros, which is just like you said, they're just gentlemen. The three gentlemen are just going around fucking fighting mythical creatures.
We have to watch it to find out. Just not next week. Next week I want something that's gonna hold your attention. And what I know about you guys is you're a lot like the director and storyboard artist that worked on Amphibia.
Uh-huh.
And you can't get enough teenage girls, I tell you what.
We're great animators.
So what are we doing?
And freedom. God bless this country and everyone who died in it. So we're watching Cadet Kelly. Because it's about a military school and teenage girls, I'm told. I don't know. I read the description. That's what I got from it. Unless that was a lie too, Disney.
Hold on.
What's up, bud?
Because you got me thinking about something in which you said something about people who died in it, this country, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Do you think there's ever been a president of the United States who didn't die in the United States?
Probably. There's been a lot of them.
Oh, okay. While serving office.
Oh. Well, hold on. How many have died while in office?
I don't know. Is this movie going to tell me? Or is that going to be homework for me?
In Cadet Kelly, he's going to tell you?
Yeah, I'm so confused.
Isn't this going to be educational?
Cadet Kelly? I mean, you might learn a thing or two about ham boning.
Oh, okay. What? I don't know what that is, so I guess I'm learning.
You're going to learn.
Because the state of Virginia was part of the Confederate States of America. When he died in 1862, John Tyler could be considered the only president to have died outside of the U.S.
There it is. We got it. We got our answer. Thank you, Craig. Doing your job.
That's number one signing off. Good night and good bless.
I don't even remember John Tyler. Oh, he's the 10th president. Okay. They don't freaking ever talk about that guy.
Yeah, he's the 10th. But who's the second dunce, I wonder?
Craig Stew. Well, I'm leaving too.
And I'm the third one. Craig, you ready? Uno, dos, tres, cuatro.
We're three caballeros.
Three gay caballeros.
Something
Am I
caballeros.
supposed to make this sound synced up in post?
Yes, please.
Okay.
And then add the part where me and Craig sound like we're making out because we are the Three Caballeros.
Craig, can you just say Arriba for me?
Arriba! This is probably horrible.
Okay, can you do it but like less offensive for me and my people?
Arriba.
Walt Disney Pictures presents its all-new 30th full-length animated motion picture.
Is anyone here?
Mama, there's a girl in the castle.
Good.
A girl! The classic story of Beauty and the Beast. He was a lonely beast, cursed by a mysterious spell, and she was the beautiful young girl who could set him and his kingdom free.
She's the one! She has come to break the spell!
They were two complete opposites.
I don't want to have anything to do with him.
She is being so difficult.
Until something wonderful happened.
There's something sweet
Straighten up.
and almost kind.
Show me the smile.
But he was mean and he was coarse and unrefined. And now he's dear.
You look so
and so unsure.
stupid.
I wonder why I didn't see it there before.
It's a story filled with fun,
Oh, I beg your pardon.
adventure,
Sacre bleu! Invaders!
and dozens of wonderful new Disney characters.
Keep it down.
Featuring 6 new songs from the Academy Award-winning composer and lyricist of The Little Mermaid. This holiday season,